Content warning. This is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, blacktabbygames.com, if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects, as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hello everyone, welcome back to Command Wolf Gaming. I'm CWG, and welcome to Slay the Princess. Now, if you guys don't know, I actually played the demo for this game on CWG's First Look. I kind of like those things, CWG's First Look, because then I get to see like a wide variety of demos and everything. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So what we have here is a story about a princess that we got to kill. Now, before I dive into this game, this is a literal horror game. This is more along the lines of psychological horror, where it's more of a I'm trying to think of a good I would say like Edgar Allan Poe. I'm going to use him as an example because usually when you think of your horror, you think of things scaring you, like physically scaring you, or blood and gore and guts, like that. Things that physically scaring you, things that go bump in the night, they like werewolves, vampires, murderers, and stuff like that. Those along the lines of horror, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Freddy Krueger or Jason or whatever. Those are all kind of like typical horror things. A psychological horror is like this like a Cthulhian myth. Like Lovecraft and also Edgar Allan Poe. I'm going to use Poe as a good example because he had a lot of psychological things as well, where it created a dark and dangerous and very very heavy atmosphere, which is very like it kind of starts to get to you on a more mental level than on a physical level, so it really kind of creeps into your brain, and it just, I don't get it. I don't usually like horror games, but this one piqued my interest when I tried on CWG's First Looks. So I was like, I gotta play this game. I did do a couple paths in the demo, right? But it didn't save the demo, obviously, because this is going to be a new game. So we're just actually going to kind of do our task like we are new. So we're going to start a new game, and we're going to go through the text. Obviously, the text is going to be the same over and over again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so before we go any further, this is pretty much going to be the same text over and over again, right, when we first start off, because this actually does have multiple endings. So you can kind of replay this over and over again. It has a lot of replayable value in that, because you get confronted by different things over and over again. And I gotta say, I said this during the demo, but I love this background because it's kind of like the old animation style that they used to do way back in the day. They would take a background, draw out a background, flat background. Then they would do tiles on top of it. So this would be like a clear focus. And then they would paint or draw on top of that, right? And then they would do another one all the way around the border. I think they used paint mostly. And then it kind of gave it the animation a more depth field. You can kind of see this if you watch like old Disney movies, like Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. I think Beauty and the Beast did it at one point. I'm trying to think of other Sleeping Beauty. They had this kind of background. Even a lot of the old cartoons, they actually had something like this. So I love this idea. Like, this is not really 3D. It's not really 2D. It's actually 2.5D. I've always liked that idea of 2.5D because you got like a flat image, but it's also kind of gives you some in-depth feel to it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right, so this game is going to give us options, and we're going to be selecting those options, which actually ends up choosing our path. So from here, I'm actually kind of going to go down the path that I originally chose, which is not to slay the princess. That was one of the paths, and then I forgot how to get to the other path, but I do want to try that one as well. So let's go. Have you ever considered that? Okay, so we got many options here. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Suddenly continue to turn around and leave. Okay, so I think for world building,
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
well, maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Okay.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin, unless, of course, you...
Look, no, so do I get to... No, I'm going to turn around.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're...
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh my god, just get out of my head. No.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yes.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
You're not emotionally blackmailing me
Stakes
into
and
this.
consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Nope. No, I do not.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Yeah.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Very good.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you...
Okay, Explorer, I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Okay, so this is where the split personality
you mean ruining
syndrome
everyone's day forever? Then yes, I suppose there
creeps
are
in here.
plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead. What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
No, those walls
weren't there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Alright, we're heading to the cabin.
A warning, before you go any further.
Okay, here we go.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from... If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Okay, go into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors.
Don't remember this.
Across what's almost the same space.
Oh my god, everything
It's
is
all
moving.
shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible
This has got
enough
my
for
attention
the place
again.
to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table. Its legs all the wrong lengths.
It's material.
Its material devoid of feature.
Perched on
Perched
that
on that
table is a
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet,
grab it and throw it out the window.
What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No,
I tripped
we're
over that.
taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that.
Not
when everything here is so wrong.
Yeah, no.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Yeah, this look at everything. Oh my god. I don't even know where like the base layer, this wooden wall got to be the base layer, right? But that's connected. Oh my god, what the frick? This whole thing is so...
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all... Ooh, we should look at ourselves.
About the
Wouldn't that
mirror.
be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Yes. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look at that myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Doesn't matter. Why would you even lie about that?
Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right, but it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay. Let's take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way. Thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Great. You keep your grip the way it is.
Okay. Let's enter the building. Or enter the...
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
What the frick?
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
I don't remember this. I honestly... Did I... No, I didn't get this one on the demo. I got something else. What the This is what I mean by psychological horror. Now, this is kind of like creeping me out. You know? It's not anything physically scary, right? But it's just like it's starting to give me the
creeps. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Boy.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center, soft stairs. We'll do soft stairs to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all.
Creepy.
But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Okay. What the fuck?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk.
Okay. That was creepy. See, that's what I mean by psychological horror. It wasn't anything, like, visually scary, but it started kind of creeping into your mind how they were describing it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. Getting down here was weird.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever.
Oh my god.
There's no way out, and barely a way in.
I did not expect that. That did scare me.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Now, usually, I know during the demo I rush through these things, but I do want to hear like these text prompts and hear what they're talking, because this is the whole thing. This is a story for us to uncover and to be told. So that's why I'm not really talking that much during this stuff, and I'm kind of like weaseling in between these things. So,
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
There's more.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
Okay.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Ooh.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? You could always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
You're the one who suggested to toss the knife out the window,
doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling.
Down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Holy.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer? What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
Okay.
I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it?
It is.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell.
Okay, I am going to save here. Yes, I'm going to overwrite that data. That was bad data. And let's see, we're returning. Whoa. Oh my god. It's giving me all the choices at once. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement and slay them. It's... Look, I'm not... I guess all of them?
That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Oh my god, what the frick is going on?
For all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Oh my god.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix it.
We should help her. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had... It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be, I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix... I'll do my best. What the frick was that? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. If she had the chance to hear your reply, she's gone and replaced with something
She's gone.
else.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrators, I think I'm supposed to look at the approach mirror. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that. Then what the hell are we supposed to do? It is. Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't know.
There's something dreadful about it. No, don't do that. I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels...
Okay, hold on. I gotta turn down the sound just a little bit, so I can actually hear the voice. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach for it, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Dude, why do I have this like scaly ass arm? Am I like a reptile or a bird or something? Oh, the body, it's you. Oh, you're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections, a dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. How can the world have ended if we are talking? I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Do you know what the world... I'm actually just kind of going down this because I'm so curious. Are you the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Are you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
This is so...
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay, how many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back. I think this is really setting us on a path, right? I don't actually remember this from the demo. I feel like in the demo they just kind of really put you back at the top just to kind of explore again, and then they kind of ended it. So this is actually really in depth.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will remember her.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm going to end that right here. This is very, very interesting. I'm liking this. I liked it from the demo, but with this more information, more exploration, this really got me wound up. And it did send a shiver down my spine. And I'm not going to lie, I did get scared when I heard the glass shattering, because I didn't expect it to happen when they split up into their personalities. And, oh, we got a history? Oh, this is all the text prompts that I did. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right, but at this time, I really got to end this here, or else I'm going to kind of play this for over the allotted time that I have for today. So anyway, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. Hope they enjoyed the village. Did you guys know about 10% of you, that is right, about 10% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification button to be notified on when I'm updating the channel, because I'll be trying to update the channel as often as possible. Now, if you do want some more exclusive content that you're not going to find here on YouTube, make sure to follow me on Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick. That is right, Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick, where we would be doing currently. We are doing exclusive live streams every single Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard time. That's 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is every single week, and it's only going to be on Rumble, Odyssey, and/or Kick. Now, if you do want to join the greater community and be notified on when I'm updating the channels, make sure to follow me in the Discord. I don't have a Discord link down below. In fact, you can find all the links down below for those who are interested. Now, last thing here, if you do want to help support the channel, make sure to take a look at our merchandise link. That's right, we do have a merchandise, and in that merchandise link, you're going to find long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, baseball caps, and beanies. They all come in a variety of colors as well as sizes. I do purchase everything out of this store before I put it up in the store as a permanent fixture to make sure that it is very comfortable for those who are purchasing it. In fact, I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now. If you don't, if merchandise is not to your appeal, you can also leave a tip in the tip link down below. Now, I know on Rumble and Odyssey, they do have their own tipping system, so if you want to do it on there, that is fine as well. So, anywho, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. As always, like, subscribe, and share. Spread the love. And I hope to see you next time here on Command Wolf Gaming. Bye-bye now!